Today we are looking at every One Piece ship and when they first appeared in the anime, from legendary pirate vessels to colossal marine warships. So let's get started. At number 1 is Alvida's ship, Miss Love Duck. It's the very first pirate ship we see in the entire anime. It's a classic old-school design with big sails, a wooden hull, and Alvida's Jolly Roger flying proud. It's not flashy or huge, but back then, it was enough to scare small villages. This is where Luffy made his epic entrance, punching through a barrel and knocking out Alvida's crew without breaking a sweat. It first appeared in Episode 1, marking the start of Luffy's pirate journey. At number 2 is the first marine ship we see in One Piece. It shows up right after Luffy defeats Alvida, and it's the Marine's response to her crew's chaos. The ship has that clean, classic marine design, sleek white sails, the word Marine painted bold, and the iconic seagull flag waving proudly. It's not a warship, more like a standard patrol vessel, but it's enough to chase down small pirate crews. This is also where we meet some of the earliest Marines. These marine ship appears in Episode 1, and just like that, the world of the Navy and the pirate balance begins to unfold. Next, number 3 is Buggy the Clown's ship, the Big Top. This wild-looking pirate ship shows up in Episode 4 and fits Buggy's personality perfectly. It's built like a massive circus tent floating on water with red and white stripes, giant clown faces, and even cannons hidden in the decorations. You can't miss it. The Big Top made its debut in Orangetown, setting the stage for one of Luffy's first real pirate battles and one of the loudest ships in the entire series. At number 4 is the ship of Captain Kuro and the Black Cat Pirates. This sleek and creepy-looking ship shows up during the Syrup Village arc. It's shaped like a black cat with curved claws at the front, dark sails, and an eerie vibe that fits Kuro's silent, deadly style. The ship first appears in Episode 10, hidden in the mist near the coast, ready for Kuro's sneak attack. It's built for stealth, not power perfect for pirates who prefer to strike from the shadows. At number 5 is the legendary Going Merry, the first real ship of the Straw Hat Pirates. It appears in Episode 17 during the Syrup Village arc, gifted to the crew by Kaya. With its cute sheep figurehead, round hull, and cozy design, it instantly became part of the crew like a friend. Going Merry isn't just a ship, it's a symbol of their early journey, their dreams, and their bond. It carried them through East Blue, Alabasta, and even Sky Island before its final farewell. At number 6 is the Barati, the famous floating restaurant in the middle of the sea. It first appears in Episode 20 and looks like a giant sea fish with a castle on its back. This ship isn't built for battle, it's built for flavor. Run by the legendary pirate chef Zeph and his crew. Barati is where Luffy meets Sanji, where food and fists fly together, and where one of the most stylish battles in early One Piece takes place. It's more than a ship, it's a floating dream for chefs. Next, number 7 is Don Krieg's massive warship, a floating fortress loaded with weapons. It appears in Episode 21, but by the time we see it, it's already wrecked after getting destroyed in the Grand Line by Mihawk. Even half sunk, the ship is terrifying, with thick armor, heavy cannons, and spiked edges. Don Krieg used this beast to control East Blue with brute force. But when it reaches the Barati, it's a broken reminder that the Grand Line is no joke, and neither is Mihawk. At number 8 is Dracula Mihawk's ship, the Coffin Boat. It first appears in Episode 23, and it's as dramatic as Mihawk himself. This small black ship is shaped like a coffin, with a giant sword-like cross as its mast, gliding through the sea with no visible crew. It's creepy, it's classy, and it screams, "I don't need anyone else." Mihawk doesn't sail, he cuts through the sea. This ship is small but unforgettable, just like the man who owns it. At number 9 is Arlong's terrifying ship, the Shark Superb. It first appears in Episode 35 and looks like a monstrous shark swimming on the sea, complete with jagged teeth and a brutal design. This ship screams danger, built for smashing through enemy ships and towns alike. It's the perfect ride for the Arlong pirates, fast, aggressive, and completely ruthless. The Shark Superb is more than a ship, it's a symbol of fear in the East Blue, until Luffy shows up to tear that fear down. And number 10 is Vice Admiral Garp's marine ship. It first appeared in Episode 68, and you can't miss it, there's a giant dog head on the front, like a massive bulldog charging through the sea. This ship is just like Garp, big, loud, and powerful. It's a standard marine battleship, but the dog motif makes it totally unique. It's tough, carries a full crew, and always means business when it shows up. Next, we've got Ace's ship, the Striker. It first shows up in episode 95, and yeah, it's nothing like a normal ship. It's small, it's fast, and it runs on flames shooting out the back. No sails, no crew, just Ace flying across the sea like a fireball. It's the kind of ship that says, I don't need anyone else. I've got this. Just pure style and speed all the way. Next is the Moby Dick. It shows up in episode 151, and it's the main ship of Whitebeard's crew. It's huge with a whale-shaped front and a massive deck built for a big crew. The ship is strong enough to handle battles and rough seas. You'll see smaller ships docked inside too during the Marineford War, one of the largest pirate ships we see in the series. Next up is NL's ship, the Ark Maxim. It appears in episode 181, and it's a flying ship powered by gold and lightning. It's huge with a round golden design and sails that stretch like wings. NL planned to use it to reach the endless Verth on the moon. The ship runs on electrical energy thanks to NL's powers. It's one of the few ships in One Piece that can fly through the sky. Sliding into the list is the sexy Foxy. Foxy's flashy ship makes its debut in episode 207 during the Davy Backfight arc. It looks like a giant silver fox head with a sleek design and a long pointed nose. The ship has a built-in arena and even a disco party vibe. Just like Foxy, it's all about style over power. It's weird funny and totally fits the mood of the crew on board. Breaking the ship streak now with Aokiji's blue bike. It shows up in episode 225, and yeah, it's a bicycle that literally rides on water. He freezes the ocean beneath the wheels and just casually pedals across the sea. No sails, no engines, no crew. Just ice and pure chill. It's weirdly cool and kind of terrifying because only Aokiji could pull that off. Definitely the most low-key and insane ride in the series. Coming in now is the legendary Oro Jackson. It shows up in episode 248 during a flashback, and it's Goldie Roger's personal ship, built by Tom, the legendary shipwright, using wood from the treasure tree Atom. The ship has a lion figurehead and sails that carry the Pirate King across the Grand Line. It's the only known ship to reach Laugh Tale. Just seeing it on screen is enough to give you chills. Making a grand entrance next is the Red Force. It appears in episode 316, and it's the main ship of Shanks and the Red Hair Pirates. The ship's got a bold red hull, a lion figurehead, and a classic but powerful look. It's fast, solid, and totally worthy of a Yonko. The Red Force doesn't need flashy tricks. It's all about presence and power. When this ship pulls up, you know someone serious just arrived. You already know this one, the Thousand Sunny. It makes its first appearance in episode 321, built by Frankie with help from Galley LeMaid from Treasure Tree Atom. This ship is strong, fast, and full of surprises. It's got a lion figurehead, a lawn deck, a mini aquarium, even a slide. Plus, it comes with its own mini ships and the epic coup de burst. It's not just a ship, it's home for the Straw Hats. Up next is Thriller Bark. It shows up in episode 338, and it's the biggest ship in the entire series. It's so massive, it looks like an island with forests, buildings, and even a mansion. The ship belongs to Gecko Moria and was once part of the Florian Triangle. It sails using giant paddles on the side and can carry thousands of zombies. Definitely the weirdest and largest ship the crew has ever landed on. Let's bring in the Perfume Yuta. This is the Kuja Pirates' ship, and it first appears in episode 410. It's shaped like a giant snake with a long body and sails riding on a sea king. The ship is used by Boa Hancock and her crew to travel outside Amazon Lily. There are no men on board. It's all women from the Kuja tribe. The ship moves fast and travels safely thanks to the sea king pulling it.
If you're enjoying the video so far, hit that subscribe button. Alright, let's keep going. Now showing up is the Sun Pirates ship. It appears in episode 410, and it's the main vessel used by Fisher Tiger and later Jinba. The ship has a wide deck, sharp fins on the sides, and a giant sun emblem on the sail. It's built tough for the New World and carries a full fishman crew. This ship has history behind it, tied to freedom and rebellion. It's been around since the time of Fisher Tiger's legendary journey. Next is the ship Ace used as captain of the Spade Pirates. It shows up in episode 461 during his flashback. The design has a giant spade symbol and black sails with flames. This ship carried Ace through his early journey before he joined Whitebeard. It's the symbol of his crew and his start as a pirate. Up next is Blackbeard's ship, the Saber of Xebec. It appears in episode 484 when he arrives at Marineford. The ship is dark and heavy, just like his crew's vibe. This is the ship they used after leaving Impel Down. It marks the beginning of Blackbeard's rise as a real threat. Coming in now is Law's submarine, the Polar Tang. It shows up in episode 487 when he saves Luffy and Jinba. It's yellow, fast, and built to move underwater with a full crew. The Heart Pirates use it for stealth and rescue missions. It's one of the most useful ships in the New World. Now it's the Kid Pirate's ship. It first shows up in episode 490 after Marineford. The design is rough and mechanical, matching Kid's style. You can see metal parts and a massive skull up front. This ship carries one of the most dangerous crews from the worst generation. Up next is Capon Bege's ship. It appears in episode 490 with the other worst generation crews. The ship looks like a castle sitting on a raft with cannons and towers. Just like himself, it's shaped like a fortress ready for battle. The design matches his mafia theme perfectly. Moving on to Hawkins' ship. It has a calm and eerie look that fits his quiet and strange vibe. The sails show his Jolly Roger with tarot card themes. His crew stays low-key but serious, just like him. The ship makes its first appearance in episode 490. Next up is the Flying Dutchman. It's a ghost ship led by Vanderdecken and shows up in episode 525. The ship has a creepy vibe with broken sails and glowing parts. It's said to haunt the seas around Fishman Island, one of the spookiest ships in the whole series. Now we've got the Queen Mama Chanter. This is Big Mom's ship, and it shows up in episode 662. It's a giant pink ship with a creepy smiling face, and it can actually talk. The ship sings while sailing and fits her whole Twisted Candyland theme. Everything about it feels weird and powerful at the same time. Doflamingo's ship pulls in at episode 702. It's styled just like him. Flashy, pink, and shaped like a giant flamingo. The design matches his crew's vibe and over-the-top attitude. It's not around for long, but it leaves a strong impression. Just like its captain, the ship doesn't go unnoticed. Coming in next is the Going Luffy Senpai. It appears in episode 746, and it's Bartolomeo's personal fanboy ship. The front is a giant Luffy head, and the whole thing is covered in straw hat designs. It's loud, over the top, and totally obsessed with Luffy. No one else could make a ship like this and actually mean it. Up next is the Gran Tesoro. It shows up in episode 750 as a teaser for the Gold movie. The ship looks more like a golden city than a pirate vessel. It's packed with casinos, lights, and luxury from end to end. This ship is all about money, flash, and control, just like Tesoro himself. Now it's Judge's ship from Germa 66. It appears in episode 787 and looks like a giant metal snail with rotating legs. The ship can climb land and even walk on water thanks to its tech. It carries the entire Germa kingdom on its back, one of the most advanced ships in the series. Last up is Shiki's island ship from the Strong World movie, and it's literally a floating island he controls. Shiki uses his power to lift an entire piece of land into the sky. The ship has trees, buildings, and even animals living on it. Easily one of the craziest ships ever seen in One Piece. And that's all the ships. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe. More One Piece content's coming soon. See you in the next one.